Hello again everyone, Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about Vesta in Pisces in a natal chart. Now, where you have Vesta in your natal chart, this is where you could show a lot of power of concentration of power, where your attention is generally not diverted. You don't allow extraneous things to interfere with what you're doing, where you show tremendous focus. Now, Vesta in Pisces, well, this could be this focus could be shown in Pisces, like things that could be about self-sacrifice, things connected with the metaphysical, spirituality, fantasy. It could be even isolation at times. It could be a time where you devote a lot of attention to that. It could be going into your own fantasy world. Serving those less fortunate, such as the oppressed, the homeless, the hungry, the paranormal, could be another thing where you show strong focus on, and things connected with self-sacrifice, or even Pisces-like activities such as chemistry, or I should say professions, chemistry, pharmaceutical work, photography, which of course could either be a career or a hobby. And anyway, another thing about Vesta in a natal chart, this could be where it's about often your rationalized or analyzed sexual partner, one which you a sexual partner you may be attracted to based on rationalization. And given that it's Pisces, it could be somebody that could be rather compassionate, somebody intuitive, a person that's strongly about self-sacrifice. It could be an imaginative person. The person may be compassionate, very sensitive, and also somebody that could be rather passive as well. So anyway, where Vesta is located in our natal charts can also show where we have strong, tremendous devotion and dedication to. Now, Vesta in Pisces, well, this could be in a Pisces-like activity such as the paranormal, metaphysical, spirituality, fantasy, illusion, self-sacrifice, even chemistry could be another Pisces-like interest, charity, and helping those that are less fortunate than ours, such as the oppressed, the impoverished, the homeless, the hungry. Now, where Vesta is located in our natal charts can also show where we strongly want to be perfect and infallible. Now, hardly anybody is perfect or infallible in any way, shape, or form, but where Vesta is located in our charts can show where we really strongly strive to be as close to perfect as possible. And being in Pisces, well, this could be the attainment of dreams and fantasies and matters connected with helping those less fortunate than ourselves. Now, also where Vesta is located in our natal charts can show where we don't want to be restricted. And this could be being in Pisces. It could be connected with our fantasy realm, the fantasy realm of the person, helping those less fortunate, and things associated with healing. And it could be about attaining their dreams and their fantasies as well. And anyway, another thing about Vesta in our natal charts is that it could also be the area where we need to extricate and escape from time to time. And because what happens is, if we a lot of times, I think a lot of that is attributed to wherever Vesta is placed in our natal charts is where we often show a lot of abundance. We expend a lot of an abundance of energy on, and we need to get away from that from time to time. Otherwise, our energy can be dissipated. And being Vesta in Pisces, it could sometimes even be in that fantasy realm, whether it's playing Dungeons and Dragons, going on video games, going in just in general your own fantasy world. Those are, and even helping those less fortunate, I mean, what could happen is your energy could become, really your energy can become dissipated at times. So this is an area where we need to get away from time to time, and to take a break. Maybe some people, this place may need to get into reality maybe from time to time, because Pisces, of course, is associated with unreality. And also, what I wanted to mention too, back to the rationalized, analyzed sexual partner, that also this could be somebody that not just embodies Pisces-like characteristics, as I talked about before. It could be somebody that has Pisces prominent in his or her natal chart. When I say prominent, of course, I'm talking about Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, or a Pisces Ascendant. It's also important to look at the house placement that Vesta in Pisces is in, as this could impact the delineation and description. Now, let's say if you have Vesta in Pisces in your 5th house in your natal chart, well, this could be a person that has shown a lot of dedication and devotion, perhaps to playing games that are fantasy, like such as Dungeons and Dragons, things of enjoyment that put them into that fantasy world. It could even be video games, could be another example. And also, it's important to look at the aspects, of any, that are made to your Vesta in Pisces in your natal chart, as that could impact the description as well. Now, let's say that you have Neptune making an adverse aspect to your Vesta in Pisces. Let's say it makes a square opposition or even an inconjunct to your Vesta in Pisces. Well, this could really be something where you might wind up perhaps attracting that rationalized sexual partner that might be a little bit deceptive and really might not have very clear objectives. And it could indicate that you might be really really not focusing strongly on what you need to do, and really be more in a fantasy land rather than actually taking action upon making perhaps your dreams, your fantasies actually come into a reality. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for Vesta in Pisces in a natal chart. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be talking about Vesta in the 1st house in a natal chart. 2 things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel, but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.